Before I start this video, I just want to say I'm extremely annoyed because I just recorded like an hour of me talking while doing my skincare and talking about all these topics with gusto, but then I don't know why it only recorded 3 seconds and I only found that out after being done filming the video. I don't know what happened. Like, I'm very annoyed. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna talk about this again. So here I am. And I've been sick since the new year started. This is the first day I'm able to form a full sentence. So, yeah, thankfully, I'm on the mend. And I have to talk about this because I'm very upset and there's no one I can talk about this with except for this camera. And by extension, the people watching this video. So here we go, okay? It's 2025. It's 11 days into the new year. Happy New Year. And I know it sounds like it's not gonna be a good year, but it's the year just started, okay? The year just started. And yeah, okay. Buckle up, everybody. But it's 11 days into the new year. And the year started off with a bang, and so did a particular somebody, Meghan Markle. She decided to come back to Instagram, but we knew since she's been back since 2022 because the account that popped out of nowhere that was just called Meghan, that had a flower profile picture that's literally been laying dormant since 2022, as we speculated, was her. So she decided to come back and she was running on the beach. And I'm gonna insert a video that I feel like is that video, but way better. I don't know who this girl is, but she's gorgeous and, you know, wore the all white and ran on the beach, but did it in a way that just looks like I want to be running with her on the beach. I want her to record the same video for me. It's a very beautiful video. Meghan was kind of flopping around awkwardly, like literally flopping awkwardly on the beach. The beach was stormy, gray, and the video was so blurry, and I'm confused because it just felt like she was shooting it for like maybe a bigger screen, and didn't understand the thing called an aspect ratio and HD quality. It looks like it was just filmed on some 1999 camcorder. Like, the quality was awful and not what someone who's serious about Instagram should be filming for her return, in my humble opinion. Like, that's not how you come back after such a long absence. But anyways, not my account. Next, Netflix dropped a trailer called with Love, Meghan, and it's already been debunked by people like me because I ended up on the Daily Mail because I talked about how she basically ripped off of Emma Martinez of Bath with her content, and I have no affiliation with the Daily Mail whatsoever. I didn't know they knew who I was, but it's funny because, you know, the Megxiteers have been saying that the mainstream media just reports on our tweets 10 years after the fact. But for me, it was only a day after the fact. So shout out to the shout out to the reporter who Mark, I think his name is Mark, who I don't know the guy, but shout out to you, who read my tweet and was like, oh, I'm gonna put this in the Daily Mail. Like, that's so funny. But okay, I ended up in the newspaper three days into the new year. But yeah, so and I got ripped to shreds in 2020 when I made my very first Megxit video, because back then Emma was known as Emma Viscountess Weymouth. And if you remember, I said Viscountess because Americans don't have titles and peerages, and people ripped me to shreds because I said Viscountess instead of Viscountess. Sorry, guys. You know, people left so many comments about that, which is kind of funny, but it is what it is. Yeah, so she ripped off of Emma, who's had her cooking show since 2015 called Emma's Kitchen, where, interestingly enough, she makes recipes going back to the time of Henry VIII for food, festivals, and visitors to Longleat Estate, where she lives with her husband and children and dogs, plural, I think. And, you know, I've always found her fascinating. And, you know, when Meghan came on the scene, I thought that Emma would be a person to befriend. But how can you befriend someone who you wish you were? So obviously, it's obvious now, because I was wondering why Emma didn't get a wedding invite, because that would have been a really nice full circle moment for, you know, Black women marrying into European aristocracy. Because if you don't know, Emma's father is a Nigerian oil tycoon and her mother is a British, I don't know if her mother's an aristocrat, but, you know, she married the now Marquis of Bath. And yeah, next thought. I am of the opinion now that if you have a British title of obviously a place like a dukedom, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh, those people need to live in the place where their name is their title is from. That's my opinion. At this point, that's my opinion. And if you don't live there and you're not an actual Duke or Duchess of that place, you should not have a title. I'm sorry. That's my opinion. I think the only senior working members of the royal family, like, literally need to be the king, queen, Princess Anne, obviously, and William and Catherine, and that everybody else needs to be where their dukedom is, doing Duke and Duchess things over there. That's my that, to me, that's what makes sense, and that's how it used to be. Obviously, with peerages, titles and peerages, that's what it used to be like, right? Okay, maybe I just like too much history, and once upon a time, you know, the Duchess of Devonshire would live in Devonshire. Like, that's what makes sense, in my humble opinion, okay? The Duke and Duchess of Orleans would live in Orleans, wherever that is, you know, New Orleans or Old Orleans, whatever, right? So, like, to me, that's what you're supposed to be doing if you have a royal title. If you're not doing that, why do you have the title? Can someone please explain that to me? You know what I'm saying? Can someone please explain it to me? So I just feel like in 2020, when Harry and Meghan pulled Megxit, the Queen should have been like, and Parliament should have been like, okay, well, you don't even live in Sussex anyways, so why do you need to be a Duke or Duchess of Sussex? So goodbye, you can be Rachel and Henry Mountbatten Windsor. That's who they are. They're not no Duke, Duchess, no, they're Rachel and Henry Mountbatten Windsor. And I wish someone would just call them Henry and Rachel Mountbatten Windsor on a stage, because that's who they are, okay? And the Netflix trailer, ripped off of other people. The only thing I liked about it was the production value, but Meghan is just an unlikable person. And the thing is, I've been trying to like her. I've tried to like her since Megxit, but she's just an unlikable person. And no amount of PR, 87 producers, cameramen, nice lighting, the nicest clothes, the most luxurious brands, none of those things can change your character. She's just not likable. I don't know why. What is it that she thinks? Does she really think if we're watching Pinterest circa 2013 recipes and you putting edible flowers in an ice cube, that we'll be like, oh, I get it now. Wow, she's just so loving and kind, and she's just loving and kind, and look at her putting those ice cubes, and look at her putting that cream on that Victorian sponge cake, and Mindy Kaling going, what? This is the most glamorous moment of my life. And we're just like, wow, everything that she did to her families, both sides, doesn't matter. Everything she did to her exes, it doesn't matter. Everything she did to her friends who could no longer serve her purpose, and her managers, it doesn't matter. Everything she did to her staff, it doesn't matter, because her putting lavender on a donut and making ladybugs out of tomatoes, that's when the light came on, and now I love her. Wow, guess what, guys? I'm gonna put ice cubes in flowers and ice cubes, and guess what? No, I didn't see that on Pinterest in 2012. No, I didn't see that on Pinterest in 2014 or on Tumblr or on Barefoot Contessa. No, I got it from Meghan, the Duchess, I elevated my hosting with ice cubes with flowers in them. In writing, you have what they call an irredeemable character. And I'm sorry. I know people still are like, why don't people like her? Bro. Like, let me ask you a question. You have a brother that you love. Or a sister that you love. Somebody comes into your sibling's life. Your brother that you've known your whole life. And all of a sudden, once your brother dates this woman, nothing in the family is good enough for this woman. She doesn't like anybody in the family. Nobody. Even though everyone is nice to her, they welcome her into the family. You guys go on vacations together. You buy her nice gifts because you're like, oh, she likes hosting. I'll buy her new cookware. She likes beige. I'll buy her a beige dress. And oh, she's interested in these things. And let's listen to her go on these tirades at dinner time about whatever she's interested in, and let's make her into one of the family. And then all of a sudden, your brother starts talking about how the whole family is toxic. And you're looking at your brother like, I've known you my whole life. Yes, we've had disagreements. Yes, we've had spats here and there. But now it's literally like the family is split down the middle. And it's your brother and his wife versus everybody in the family. And he's trying to tell you that you're how you're not. You've known this person your whole life and you're like, dude, we're not toxic. Like, it's not even in a, oh, we're gaslighting him way. Like, no, we're not toxic. I've been there for you through everything you ever been through in your whole life. I supported you. I was there for you when you were going to therapy. I encouraged you when you were going to therapy. I've listened to you for a million times. Even when I had my own family, we were 3 peas in a pod. You were hanging out with me and my sister and your sister-in-law. And we were the 3 amigos. And now all of a sudden you're talking about, oh, toxic this, genetic pain this. And yeah, no one understood me. Nobody was there for me until this woman brought me into the light. And this woman takes your brother away. And they decide they're moving basically to the other side of the freaking world. Which... that's their prerogative. But then you think, okay, they moved, everything's cool. They're having their life over there, having their family over there. Then your brother's like, oh, my family's toxic. I'm gonna go on national TV, or now, I guess, let's say I'm gonna go on Instagram, I'm gonna go on Facebook, I'm gonna go on YouTube and make a video. My family exposed. Knowing that your brother is, let's say, a popular, you're a businessman, and this person starts talking trash about your business, and then now your business, people are flooding your business with negative reviews, saying, oh, we knew it all along. You knew what all along? Oh yeah, she saved him. She's the savior, she's such a good woman. She's standing by her man and da-da. But nothing in your family was so horrible and toxic, and your brother had the money and the means to move beforehand, but he never did. He was part of the family business this whole time. And all of a sudden, he's like, everybody's toxic. But we weren't toxic enough for you to leave. Because it's not like you were broke. You had your own money. Right? Then your brother just doesn't make one YouTube video. It's a YouTube video. Podcast, writing a memoir. Every time you turn around, your brother has your name in his mouth. Oh, my brother Brian, he's like this and like that and like this and like that, and that his wife, he only married a woman who is good for the business. But I'm in love. I was actually in love, and he was jealous of me because the other women that he dated, he couldn't really be with them because, he was with some other girls, but they weren't, good for the family business. But me, I was really in love. Even though your wife, his wife, your spouse didn't come from money. Let's say you come from a family business family, and they didn't come from that. And you met her when she was a waitress in school. And even though y'all were from different sides of the tracks, y'all loved each other and got married, and you have a beautiful, happy, healthy family. And now this person is saying just because your wife well adapted to living in a family that was different from hers and it became a real part of the family, then it's, oh, yeah, everyone is jealous of my wife because she's so different. Yeah, we went to a conference and everybody was jealous because, you know, my wife was the star at the conference. Everybody was looking at her and looking at her clothes and looking at... But because you guys are part of this family business, you're like, well, we're not even going to make a statement, dude. It's not even worth it. Let him say whatever he wants on his little podcast. It's fine. But 5 years later, every time your brother turns around, he's like, yeah, and my toxic family, and I'm happy. Guess what? I'm the happy one. Did you know I'm happy? I'm happy. They're not happy, but I'm happy. I'm happy. Does that seem like a happy person to you? Imagine me getting a man and being like, we're so in love. Did you know we're in love? By the way, we're so in love. We're in love. And guess what, everyone? We're in love. And I'm shouting it from the rooftops, and we're in love. And you guys haven't been in love like I've been in love. Y'all would be like, yo, something is obviously not right, because why is she always trying to brag about how in love she is? Like, either it's her first love or something's wrong here. And like, it's not normal for someone who's almost 30 to be talking about how in love she is. Like, that's not normal behavior. What are you trying to prove? The question is, what are you trying to prove? And now the dog died. Then we get these fake AI videos, fake AI photoshopped, not real photos of her. You can't even see, all you see is this half of her body. She's sitting there looking like this. But you're supposed to see the dogs that look like the same dog from the Christmas card that looks like it was just photoshopped in. You see this fake child walking in the park with nobody to catch the child if the child stumbles and falls, because they're walking away from walking away from you. If I'm sitting right here and the kid is walking this way, there's nobody, literally no one in this empty park. And then the child does not look proportional to an adult sitting down. The kid and the adult look at the same proportion, and the woman has no legs. It was fake. Then the fires. And guess what? Guess who's gonna save the day? Meghan and Harry. Guess what? While people's houses burnt to ashes and there's nothing there, not even a foundation, guess what? Meghan and Harry come. Oh, thank God. And they come with the fake tears, the Netflix cameras, TMZ with an exclusive, meaning that TMZ were the ones who were alerted that, oh, by the way, Meghan and Harry are going to be there. You guys get the exclusive photos. And all they come with is a baseball hat and hugs. And the woman on Fox was like, oh yeah, they're mingling with the commoners. And talking about Princess Meghan, bro, there's no such person as Princess Meghan. There's a Princess Henry. If Harry lost his Duke of Sussex title, she is Princess Henry. Like Princess Michael of Kent. There's a Princess Henry. That's the Princess. If you want to call Meghan Princess, she is literally Princess Henry. Then they released the statement. This is beforehand. Because nobody cared about the Netflix trailer. The million fake followers couldn't go and like the trailer. Then nobody cared that her dog died because LA is on fire. Who cares? Then we get the weird hostage sounding statement. Oh yeah, make sure you check on your elderly neighbors. Make sure that you donate to the Red Cross. Here are a list of charities. Make sure you wear a mask. Stay indoor. Oh, no, it's not that time. Yes. Okay. Then they got ripped to shreds because people were like, okay, but are you actually giving money? Selena Gomez gave like $5 million. Paris Hilton donated money even though her house just burned down. I mean, she's rich. She has other houses, but still. People, Jennifer Gardner's on the ground. One of her friends passed away in the tragedies, but she's on the ground helping how she can. Real people are actually helping. What do Meghan and Harry come with? TMZ and hugging a volunteer who was her staff. Right here where the camera is. Do I look like Diana? I, Meghan, am so affected by this that I need a hug. Because what you're saying, I understand your house burned to the ground. Probably, maybe. You may be a stand-in actor, but I am so affected by this that I need a minute to just... What you're saying to me is just... You got that? Is this my good side? I used to actually admire the fact that this woman will not give up until we all love her, but nobody can be liked by everybody. Jesus is not liked by everybody, okay? So if Jesus cannot be liked by the world, you're not going to be liked by the world. Taylor Swift is not universally liked. Beyonce is not universally liked. No politician has been universally liked. What makes you think that 4K cameras and do you believe in magic and sprinkling lavender on a donut is gonna make you universally liked? You can go and hug all the people in California for all we care and show up at every disaster relief, but you are not doing anything except getting camera time. That's all you want. You're a robot. It's like she's a robotoid who has to be taught how to be a human. Cannot compute. What do you need? A hug? Okay, I will give you a hug. I would be so upset if my house burnt to the ground and there was nothing. And I saw Meghan and Harry standing there like they're the mayor of the city, sitting there. Oh my God, this is just so devastating. Why are you there? You're not the ambassador. You're not you're not an ambassador. And even if you were, they are ambulance chasers. That's what I said on Instagram. All they do is ambulance chase. Someone said that Meghan and Harry would go to attend the opening of an envelope if it meant the cameras were there. And that's true. They're not doing anything. They don't do anything. They do not contribute to society in any sort of meaningful way. Even Catherine and William don't just... Do you see them in New Orleans being like, oh my God, let's go over there and look at the devastation since their nanny's stepson tragically passed away in those crazy attacks with the guy, you know? No. Because they know how to be like, look, they know how to bring eyes to a cause in a meaningful way that's not disgusting. What Meghan and Harry do is disgusting. Being an ambulance chaser is disgusting. It's disgusting. It's just repulsive behavior. It's just, I cannot, like, could you, I can't freaking imagine. It's Uvalde 2.0. And to me, I thought that was the lowest that they would ever stoop. But no, they have no shame. You know when people literally have no shame? Some people have no shame, and when they open their mouth and speak, you're like, did you really just say what I think you just said? Did you really do what I thought you just did? And they're just sitting there like, what? What's the problem? It's not like they showed up with a truck of food, but they literally showed up where Gavin Newsom's wife was, handing out food to people, volunteer, whatever, and then trying to get in on the action. And it was funny because there's a clip where it was the candle part 2 where she was trying to hand out food next to Gavin Newsom's wife, thinking that, oh, they're gonna get the money shot. And literally the camera is like not even, it completely blocks, like there's a guy who is completely blocking the view of Meg. It's the funniest thing, and I'm like, yo, this is so funny. It's like in SpongeBob, where the dude was like, oh, I saw you on TV last night, and it was a cereal box. And in Monsters Inc., where he was interviewed on TV after the sushi incident, and where Boo was in the sushi restaurant, and he was being blocked by the by the logo of the and he was like, oh, do you guys see me? I was on TV, yo. It was so funny. But truly, like this, like, open your homes. Do you think people need to be told that? Do you think people are sitting there? You think someone is clutching their the only thing that they have, a backpack full of their only things that they have, watching their house burn down, and they're like, gee, I wish Meghan and Harry would tell me what to do now. Do you think anybody's looking at a natural disaster and saying, where's the Duke and Duchess of Sussex from another freaking country telling me what to do? I don't know what to do. Did Meghan and Harry tell us what to do yet? Maybe the 12-year-old fans in the Sussex squad are thinking that way, but nobody with sense is thinking that way. Okay, guys, I'm gonna let you guys go now. But thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye bye.